Alright, so I just completed a 2-week firearm instructor course, and gave me an additional certification to what I already had. And so, you know, I thought I would do just a quick, you know, sort of what's in my range bag video. And this is just my take on it. This is more or less what was in my range bag. Now, I did have some, you know, additional bags and stuff like that to carry some of my gear and that kind of thing, and maybe I'll touch on those. Also be another review coming out of that 2-week instructor course. But this is my range bag. This is primarily what I used. Anyways, so this is a CLC tool bag actually, and this was a Christmas present from my nephew, and if he's, you know, watching this, then he knows it. The bag itself is awesome. I mean, it's held up really well. Obviously, it's designed to carry a lot of weight, which is what, you know, most range bags are going to do. You start loading them up with ammunition and stuff like that, they get pretty heavy, and so this carried the weight very well. Now, obviously, for a 2-week course, I didn't have, you know, a couple hundred rounds. I actually had a couple ammo cans that I was carrying my ammunition in, and so my range bag was just holding almost strictly gear. So, but like I say, it's not, you know, it certainly isn't light anyways, but like I say, this is a very nice bag. As you can see, it's got a zipper closure along the top, nice handles. It came with a shoulder strap that I took off. I find those generally get in the way of most bags, but it did come with a shoulder strap. Now, kind of the cool thing about this bag is that it's got a built-in flashlight, and to be honest, it's just like a little task light. I mean, there's not, you know, you're not going to be able to like light up the night or anything crazy with it, but as you saw, it's got 3 modes, and so when it's rolled out like this, you know, you can shine it on a table or something like that to see what you're working on and that kind of stuff. And then it's also got, you know, if you turn it on and you close it, the light will shine into the bag, and so I'll show you that here in just a second. So starting on the outside of the bag, kind of just sort of tilt this up. So sunscreen, you know, you're not so, man, that you can't get burnt, trust me. And having sunscreen will just make you so much more comfortable. This is only SPF 30, but it worked sufficiently well. Coming over here, this is a Gerber, I don't remember the model number, but it's a, you know, it's just a Gerber multi-tool. And it's got like the, you know, it's got like the AR side adjustment tool on it, you know, and then it's got standard multi-tool stuff. So that was in the bag as well. Fortunately, I didn't need it, but I try to keep it in the bag. And then, you know, just in one of these pockets, I've got just a bunch of extra sets of like hearing protection and that kind of stuff. You never know, if you forget your good stuff, you might need some additional hearing protection. I think that's it for that side. Coming around onto this side, this is the only pocket big enough to hold a pack timer, so that just rides in there. I didn't need it on this particular trip, but this is my range bag that I use all the time, so I just keep my pack timer in there. And then opening up the bag, what I'll do is, I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see there. You can see where the lights lighting up the interior of the bag. It's kind of a neat feature. I haven't really used it yet. I haven't needed to, but like I say, it's kind of a neat feature. So go ahead and turn that off. So this is just an old M4, or I'm sorry, AR magazine mag pouch, and you know, I just like cut the molly and stuff off of it, and it holds 6 AR magazines. And so that was my rifle loadout. The course called for both pistol and rifle, and so these were the 6 magazines that I ran. They're all Generation 2 P-mags, and they're all marked like that. They're all numbered and then have my initials on the other side. So those are the mags that I run. A little bit of texturing there on the magazines just to help with pulling them out of pouches and that kind of stuff. So there's the magazines that I ran. Like I say, they're all Magpul Gen 2s. I like the Magpul magazines. You know, I know there's others out there that work, but the Magpul magazines are just really, really proven. So again, opening up the bag here, set of Peltor hearing protection, a cleaning cloth, sunglasses case with, you know, like sunglasses stuff in it. So this is a first aid kit, and this, you know, this isn't a trauma kit or anything like that. Trauma gear was on a different loadout, but this isn't like an owie kit. And you know, there's stuff like burn cream, stuff to treat like minor sprains, ibuprofen. You know, if you spend a couple days on a range, you're probably going to start to get sore and that kind of stuff. So you know, there's just stuff in there to keep you going. And it seems like every time I go to a training course, somebody needs something out of here. In this past 2 weeks, I ended up burning my finger, not on actually both of these fingers, which is my shooting hand, not on anything cool, but I was heating up some coffee in a microwave, and for whatever reason the mug got really hot. I don't know if I ran the timer too long or what, but I ended up burning these 2 fingers, and I pulled my burn cream out of here pretty much right away, got that on there, and I didn't have any issues. So you know, had that not been there, I think it was actually a bad enough burn that I probably would have gotten some blisters and that kind of thing. So you know, just like I say, just a simple first aid kit, band-aids and tape, like I say, stuff to treat kind of minor injuries that happen out on the range, slide bites and that kind of stuff. So I don't think I need to talk anymore about the first aid kit. And then this is just a sort of a field kit for my firearms, and you know, it's just got standard stuff in it really. An AP brush and some rods, some Slip 2000 for lubing up guns. These are some pistol brushes up here, you know, various tools, that kind of stuff. I mean, just real basic stuff to keep a gun up and running, you know, as you're out on the range. So and as we come into here, I always take a rifle rod with me, and you know, if you get like a stuck case or something down in your rifle, you might need to punch it out. Also, you know, you can clean and stuff with it as well, but just a rifle rod there. And then down on this side, I'm sure you can see it, or maybe not. Here, I'll do this. Kapow! There you go. So these are my pistol mags. This is generally where I stored them, and those are for my work gun. So there's those magazines. And then on this side of the bag, you can see there's various pockets down in here, and hey, look at that. So yeah, I don't know if that's working or not, but there's various pockets holding various different things. So this pocket normally has just like a grip of pins in there, and to be honest, I probably need to put some more in there. They kind of came out and went into pants and stuff like that. They're sort of scattered out. I got to get them back in there. On this side, or this next pocket, I've got a Bic lighter and some chapstick. Now the chapstick is not for me, it's actually for the lenses of my pistol lights, or the weapon lights on my pistols. And so basically what you do is you put a film of this on your on the lens of your weapon light, and all the carbon and stuff just wipes off. That way you don't have to like scrub or put anything on there. It'll just wipe off. So there's a handy little trick for you. Just hand sanitizer. This is some actual weapon cleaner. Then back here in the corner, a lens brush and some insect repellent. And then down in this corner is another little pocket. There's some electrical tape, various batteries, and a lens cloth. So I think that does it. Like I say, it's pretty simple, but this is the stuff that I find that I use most often. You know, I'm not always like cleaning guns and stuff out on the range itself, but it's nice to have those things. Like I say, it's relatively simple, and then there's enough room in here for like day trips out to the range. I can load this thing up with ammo and go. And then obviously, you know, depending on what I'm shooting, I can throw some rifle mags in there as well. So as you can see, there's still plenty of room in there to put ammunition for a day range trip or something like that. So, you know, you don't have to spend, I guess I don't know how much this bag costs. I have no idea. It's a nice bag, you know, but like I say, I don't know how much it cost. But you don't have to spend a ton of money on, you know, like dedicated range bags or anything like that. Get something that'll hold a lot of weight and that you can close up, you know, and that's really all you need for a range bag. And so that's just, like I say, that's just the stuff that I carried and used over the last 2 weeks. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. You know, if you have suggestions and stuff like that, feel free to comment at the bottom. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. Let's see. How about for quote, The will to survive is not as important as the will to prevail. And that's from Colonel Jeff Cooper. And couldn't agree more with that statement. So, again, appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. Thanks.